What's up, everybody? Welcome to MyDunnLife. This is where I take you and my adventures on two wheels or four out on the Dyna. It is a beautiful but windy day. I'm sure you can probably hear it in my helmet. And while we're on the subject of wind, we're going to talk about wind protection. We're going to talk about windshields. Now, recently I got this windshield from the one and only Brett, aka Chopper Fett. It was something he just didn't care much for, and I kind of understand why, because even with my size and Chopper Fett, he's a much taller guy than I am. Riding a Dyna, very similar to my own, and this definitely would not have worked at all for him. And I won't lie, it doesn't completely work for me either. But that is something that I intend to remedy in the coming future. Now, with that said, let me talk about what I do like. And what I do like is it locks wonderfully right here on the chest and does a wonderful job of really working out, trying to keep that fatigue of the guy was nice enough to wave me on. And it really helps keeping the fatigue off your chest, because man, the wind can really beat you up. And I was very much in the early days of riding. When I bought the Sportster, I was like, I don't want no windshield. I'm a real rider. I'm a real man. Yeah, you after eating a few bugs in the face and in the chest, feels like it got hit with a paintball gun. I literally, at one point, I had a bruise from some big ass bug or rock that hit me in the chest one time. So, with that said, I was definitely looking at a Batwing fairing. Now, I did very early after the purchase of this motorcycle. There's a beautiful pond out here in the farms. I did very much want a Batwing fairing. I managed to buy one for my stepdad for his VTX, or not VTX, his Shadow 750. And he absolutely loves it. And I wanted one very similar. And when the opportunity, the Chopper Fett said, "Hey, man, come pick this thing up," he's like, "You can have it." And I was like, done. So I made the trip out to Kansas City, and a lot of, even my wife debated. She's like, "Is it really worth it?" I said, honestly, it's $300 for the windshield. It's another $100 for the top part of the windshield, and it did have the side fairing, wind blockers or whatever you want to call it, and I'll talk about those in a minute. And so yeah, it was worth making the trip. Even with the hotel stay, it was still a little bit less than I would have spent on buying this setup. And originally I set this up with my original Harley Davidson clamps. I have recently bought and installed, not sure how tight, yeah, this nice tight turn. See, I can definitely lean a lot more than I used to. I recently got the full clamps, proper clamps for this kit. And thank you to my local Iron Pony for having that item in stock, because they didn't originally when I bought it. So it's now got the proper clamps, it's setting in the proper location. And the one thing I will say is I want a taller upper windscreen. The upper windscreen just is not tall enough. It really hits me right about here. I can literally feel it right here. And I imagine on Chopper Fett, he talks about all the wind buffeting problems he had. And I definitely know that that is an issue. Now, the stock Harley windshield doesn't do a bad job as far as wind, but it's not perfect. And there's, definitely when you're, when it does rain or whatever, you get that, that you need that extra protection, and that's what I wanted. So a taller upper screen is definitely on the books. I did have the lower wind fairings for this. Unfortunately, during the install of this on the proper brackets, I broke one side. And they're about 25 bucks, which is 25 bucks right now I have to spend. But, it is what it is. I was pretty frustrated with putting this brackets on. I think this is an older design windshield, because if you look at any of the new ones, they come shiny, not this matte color. And the kind of plastic that goes around the headlight doesn't quite work very well as far as putting this windshield on and off. And in fact, I'm gonna have to trim some of that away. I trimmed a little bit, but I'm definitely looking to probably trim it up some more to make that so that I can actually take this windshield on and off for cleaning purposes and whatnot. And that's definitely something you want to consider when you're riding. If you're just bar hopping, then maybe you don't need a windshield. But if you're going to throw down a few 100 miles or more in a day, you're really going to want at least something you can throw onto the bike, even if it's detachable. And for that extra protection. It doesn't necessarily make the bike look all that great in a certain respect, but it's a necessary evil that we all have to choose our own path, I guess, in that course. But let me know, what kind of windshield do you have on your bike? How do you like the Batwing fairings? Do you not like them? There's always that street glide versus road glide debate about the shark nose versus the Batwing. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Did the Batwing ruin the Dyna, or do you think this is a good choice for laying down the miles? I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the wonderful views on a Tuesday afternoon. So everybody have a great day, have a great week. We'll catch you in the next video. Ride safe and ride often, and we'll catch you later. Peace.